Henry and I were betting on how many pancakes we could each eat. We each could eat. And Grandpa was doing the flipping. Look at Grandpa. He's able to throw the pancakes up in the air and they fall down where they're supposed to. He must be a pretty good cook, huh? If I throw a pancake up in there, it might be in Mr. Bruce's car. You never know. Okay. Seconds later, something flew through the air and toward the kitchen ceiling and landed right on Henry. After he realized the flying object was only a pancake, we all laughed, even Grandpa. Breakfast continued quite uneventfully. All the other pancakes landed in the pan, and all of them were eaten, even the one that landed on Henry. This is Henry, huh?
Look, it looks like the top of a jellyfish.
It does. That night, touched off by the pancake incident at breakfast, Grandpa told us the best tall-tale bedtime story he'd ever told. Across an ocean, over lots of huge bumpy mountains, across 3 hot deserts, and 1 smaller ocean, there lay the tiny town of Chew and Swallow. You live in Mobile, you live in Oxford. They lived in Chew and Swallow. Isn't that a funny name for a town? In most ways, it was very much like any other tiny town. It had a main street lined with stores, houses with trees, and gardens around them. A schoolhouse, about 300 people, and assorted cats and dogs. But there were no food stores in the town of Chew and Swallow. They didn't need any. The sky supplied all the food, now I remember this story, they could possibly want. The only thing that was different about Chew and Swallow was its weather. It came 3 times a day, at breakfast, lunch, and, what's this word? Starts with D.
Breakfast, lunch, and
Dinner. Everything that everyone ate came from the sky.
You know that word.
Whatever the weather served, that was what they ate. But it never rained.
And there's raindrops.
It never rained rain. It never rained snow. And it never just blew wind. It rained things like soup and juice. That's kind of funny.
And sugar.
It snowed mashed potatoes and green peas. And sometimes the wind blew in storms of hamburgers.
Duh.
Wouldn't that be funny to walk outside in a hamburger storm?
Duh.
I knew this was going to be a good story. The people could watch the weather report on television in the morning, and they could even hear a prediction of for the next day's food. When the townspeople went outside, they carried their plates, cups, glasses, forks, spoons, knives, and napkins. Look at him. That way, they could always be prepared for any kind of weather. If there were leftovers, and there usually were, the people took them home and put them in their refrigerator in case they got hungry between meals. Look at her, she's catching chicken. This guy's catching cake at a football game, or a baseball game, whatever that is. All right. The menu varied, but by the time they woke up in the morning, breakfast was coming down. After a brief shower of orange juice, low clouds of sunny side-up eggs moved in, followed by pieces of toast. Could you imagine it raining eggs on you? Butter and jelly sprinkled down for the toast. And most of the time it rained milk afterwards. For lunch one day, frankfurters, you know what that is?
What?
Frankfurters are hot dogs. For lunch one day,
Frankfurters are hot dogs? That means we eat them.
it's just a fancy word for hot dogs. For lunch one day, frankfurters, already in their rolls, blew in from the northwest at about 5 miles an hour. There were mustard clouds nearby. Then the wind shifted to the east and brought in baked beans. A drizzle of soda finished off the meal. Dinner one night consisted of lamb chops, becoming heavy at times with occasional ketchup. Periods of peas and baked potatoes were followed by gradual clearing with a wonderful jello setting in the west. Look at all the jello that came out of the sky. The sanitation department